happy Easter, everyone.
Liberty Life.
Welcome to the party.
What's up?
April Fools, we don't have a meeting today.
We're gonna have a gooder.
Always having a gooder.
Is everyone mixing up your holidays again?
Shit, is it not Christmas?
No.
It's Hanukkah. Everyone knows this.
What?
That was the 4th of July.
It's
I'm
Halloween.
Canadian. We don't celebrate that. We celebrate Hanukkah, though.
It's the Banana Republic.
It is Halloween.
Banana Republic. The day of the Republic.
We're all going to dress up as Canadians.
Wait, what?
Kittens. Canadian kittens.
I need to know what you think us. Are you gonna wear a toque? Is that what you're gonna do?
Yes, that is exactly what I was gonna say. We're all gonna wear toques and go snowboarding, or what is it?
We're gonna go
Toboggan.
skating. You know,
Tobogganing.
we're gonna learn
get
some hockey.
toboggan.
We're gonna play some hockey.
Yep,
Oh.
and we're gonna get some Tom
Hortons.
Timbits. Oh my God, Timbits.
Oh my god. Practice your stories and your don't you knows.
Don't
Yep.
you know it?
That's what we're gonna
Good
dress
night.
up for Halloween as.
Damn it,
Have
now
the
I want
Canadian
coffee.
off.
Saturn, you made me want Tim Hortons. Are you happy with yourself?
Oh God.
Yeah, like half the chat right now is Canadian.
That's true. That's true.
Shit, we're taking over. It's finally happening, Flame.
Oh my God.
We got it. We got it going good. Hell yeah, let's go.
Go Beavers.
Mhm.
Oh my God.
Hell
We still
yeah.
have 1 minute.
Hell yeah, beavers.
Oh my God.
Gonna make everyone drink Canadian.
Wait. Drink Canadian?
That's one of our beers. Did you not know
Yeah.
that?
It's literally just called Canadian.
It's just called
Yeah,
Canadian.
Molson Canadian, you know? It's
Yeah.
Canadian. You're referred to as Canadian.
Oh my god. I'm
It's actually a
gonna
good
make
one,
a new
actually.
beer. I'm
I
just
did
gonna
a pale
name
ale.
it America.
That's Budweiser. You already have it.
No, Budweiser's not.
Cero.
Sadly,
Hey, look, I see a Canadian Pokeball.
You know what a Newfie is, right?
Yeah, I know what a Newfie is.
A dog?
I've heard a couple of my friends are Newfies,
A
actually.
Newfoundland?
That's what I
A
thought.
dog?
Alright, by the way,
Yeah,
we're
you know what a
top of the
Newfie
hour.
is.
Yeah, my best
Oh,
friend
yeah.
has them.
My best friend
No.
is one.
Cute puppies.
Yeah.
We got
Carry over here trying to rein it back in.
we have a meeting for those. Yeah.
Alright, so it is 5 p.m. Central Time, so we're gonna go ahead and get started.
Help.
Normally our meetings are not as chaotic, but it is Easter, and we went ahead to have the meeting this weekend, so it's kind of less people, and that's why we may be doing this meeting. We may be ending it early because there's less people online. So with that said, I think there's a few new people maybe in the crowd, which is cool. So we will go ahead and talk about some of the normal stuff. I was just telling them earlier, if there was no new people and it was all just honor guard here, we'd just talk about whatever and just have story time or something. But since there is some new people, we'll go ahead and do this formally. Okay, so we want to go ahead and start off with introductions. We do the meetings monthly on the first full weekend of the month on Sundays at 5 p.m. Central Time. On our calendar that we have on our website, we also will show you that later in the meeting. You can find the meetings there, and it will sync to your time zone, regardless of what country you're in, even if you live in Canada. So we're gonna go. We're gonna go.
What?
I feel singled out here, Flame. I don't know about you.
Are you hearing this right now?
I
I
hear.
can't believe this.
So I'm
They're starting
Saturn.
something, eh?
So I'm Saturn Fallen. It's so weird to hear me say I'm Saturn Fallen, but I'm Saturn Fallen, and you see me at the bottom of the stairs at the cafe night. And I really like to do a lot of big events for the FC, anything that's overarching social networking, recruiting, administrative work for the FC, behind the scenes, and all of that. So I also will tell you that my favorite dungeon is Sestasha. I love Sestasha because it's the first time that you ever get to group up with other people in an MMO as your very first dungeon. If you're new to playing MMOs, it's really cool to, I guess, kind of experience what MMO life is all about. When you first go to the first dungeon, you get to see how people play, how they talk, how it all works and comes together. So Sestasha is my favorite dungeon. Now we have our legacy officers, and Tech is our legacy officer for Fallen Sword, so I'll go ahead and pass this off to him.
Hello, everyone. I'm Techno. I'm your Legacy Officer for Fallen 5.0, Cat.0, Best.0. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I do. Hell yeah, Evan writes.
Mhm.
So I do a lot of glam. I do a lot of crafting. I'm an Omni Crafter, Omni Gatherer. I have a monthly event called Tex Glam Jam, where you get to get a full makeover from me if you actually win that. And I'll probably talk about that here a little bit more in detail in a little while as well. I do a little bit of raiding. I'm a White Mage and Dark Knight main, so if you ever have any questions about those two classes, I can definitely help you out with that. Pretty much I just do a little bit of everything in the game. I do commissions for people as far as crafting goes, glamming especially, that kind of stuff. If you ever have any questions or want some pointers with that stuff, I'm more than happy to help out. So, yeah, that's pretty much me. I guess I will pass it to Mr. Hug a Cactus.
Hi, I'm Huggy Cactus from Legacy Officer from Mortal Sword, also known as 1.0, the original recipe. I like to do maps. I like to gather. I run weekly map parties, and I'm usually in attendance for several other map parties each week. I also work on as a gatherer for several of the projects we have for the FC. I also do a lot of admin work behind the scenes. I'm a moderator on Discord, and I work the cafe.
Favorite dungeon?
Oh, favorite dungeon? That's a tough one. I'd have to say one of the map dungeons, definitely.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a good choice.
Yeah. I'll pass off to you, Perry.
Oh, hey, everybody. It's me, Perry Pennington, 2.0 Legacy Officer. That's the Immortal Sword. I do a lot of administrative things in the FC, including activity checks that compare how we're doing population-wise compared to other top FCs on the server. I farm prizes for you guys. I co-host the monthly Glam contest, bi-monthly really now, with Saturn. And I've put together this elite unit of orbital strike squad technology samurais together that help me maintain the website. So if you want to check out the website, swordfc.com. It's up on the screen right now, actually. Also, I'm a Discord moderator, so if you need help with that, I'm here. I know Dragoon, Warrior, and Scholar pretty well. If you need help with those, happy to help. And I stream sometimes on this channel. And I'm also Dungeon Master, D&D 5th Edition. That'll be coming back shortly here. And my favorite dungeon is The Burn from Stormblood. So, yeah, that's it for me. I'll pass it to Sayaro.
Hey guys, I am the other Kamed. I am a pyromaniac by trade. Let's see. Have a whole bunch of different alts. Most of you probably already know what my alt is in this FC. The Burn King. I like that. Let's see. I do also odd streaming whenever I happen to have shenanigans running, usually something to do with Final Fantasy, and I edit videos for our YouTube channel. Most recently, the April Fool's joke, which I'm very proud of the turnout. Apparently, people actually thought it was real, so Saturn, good job.
Yay! You made the video, so.
I main mostly things that have to do with the fire, so I main Black Mage, I main Samurai Monk, I know a bit of Summoner and a few other classes, Machinist. Yeah. Favorite dungeon? I know it doesn't have any fire in it, but I really do like Bardam's Metal. It's so different.
Surprised you don't like Hell's Lid.
It's kind of cool, but honestly, it's kind of plain for a dungeon. Bardam Metal's just so different, and the bosses are kind of actually kind of cool in that one. They're like not your there's three of them that are kind of different. I kind of like that one. Black Mage is best mage. You were right. Yeah, I'll throw it over to my better half.
Hello, I am Kamed, sometimes known as the other Sarah, but not as often as Kamed. So, I am the Temporal Legacy Officer, also known as 4.0. I am an Omni Crafter and Gatherer, so if you need help with anything and I'm available, I would be happy to help you. I am the one who runs a few of the minigames through our Discord, and I also love to take pictures. So if you have a glam that you really like, I will be happy to take pictures of you as well. And my favorite dungeon is, because I'm the meanest, is the Vault. And I will pass to the Saturn to introduce the Fallen.
Yes, so your boy. So I'm gonna start with your boy. So he is he is the shy one on voice, and I will go ahead and talk about him. So your boy does the airships, the gardens. He does the member to establish promotions and activity kicks and human darts with tails. So he's kind of all over the place. Sometimes he also is a server at the Sword Cafe most of the time. And he is very knowledgeable about the game, and he kind of has been getting recently into doing hunts a lot. You've been seeing him do hunt callouts. And he does the lottery, you're right. And he does the lottery. So he's like doing a lot. But he's been doing hunts recently and getting really into that. So if you have hunt questions in Fallen, he's definitely getting really invested into that community. And yeah, so he says he needs his tiger. 900 S ranks. Wow, I know. I love that mount. It's an awesome mount. I guess it's because the cat .0, so he needs a cat mount. That makes sense. All right. So I will go ahead then and pass this off. So Calic and Tails are out for the week. They're traveling. So I will go to and I think Bria's with family. So Flame, you were next.
Hi guys, I'm Flame Zero. I'm your local Canadian. I'm a tank main, mainly Dark Knight, Gunbreaker, and Warrior. We don't talk about Paladin. I'm an Omnicrafter. What else do I do? You'll usually see me talking in FC chat, or you might pop over into voice chat and see me talking there. What else do I do here?
He's also a great
I
artist,
host
guys.
great
Great
learning
artist.
parties. I'll be talking about that later. And if we're doing favorite dungeons, I'm gonna have to say mine is Home Mister Switch, because the music in there is, real good.
Okay, I see it.
Yeah. So I'll toss her back to Siren.
Yay. Okay, so they're talking about the Canadian stuff in FC chat. Copperfield is. So for those of you that are new to the FC, Fallen Sword is the smallest of the FC conglomerate or sisterhood that we have. Sometimes you'll hear us refer to the FCs in shorthand by saying 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, or 5.0. And that's just the order they were created in. So the Mortal Sword was first. Secondly was the Immortal Sword. Thirdly was the Eternal. Fourthly, the Temporal Sword. And lastly was, but not least, was the Fallen Sword. So the Fallen Sword is commonly referred to as 5.0 just to reference the number in which they were created. But each of them have their own individual personalities, and they are drastically different, ranging from one to another. There is a separate set of officers that help run each of those FCs autonomously from one another. I oversee them all, but each of the officer sets have their own unique flavor and culture, and it's really different from one FC to another. So Fallen is the smallest, and I like to keep it that way. And the reason being is some people really like smaller FCs. They like that unique homely feel, like where they feel closer or more personal with one another because there's less people online. And in a lot of cases, you can see that here because we have a lot of honor guard that we've been able to get to know a lot quicker and have been in this FC quite a long time. And you guys like to hang out at the summoning bell, and you have all these inside jokes, and the other FCs have inside jokes too. But it seems like, at least with Fallen, because it is smaller, when there's an inside joke, the whole FC knows about it, or at least almost the whole FC knows about it, because it's small enough that it can really ripple effect across the entire FC instead of just like one friend circle within an FC. So that's something that's a really neat dynamic about Fallen, and people really like that about this one. So what will sometimes happen is that if I feel that Fallen is getting too big, then I will turn off applications and invitations, and we will have a wait list to get in. Right now, we don't have a wait list right now. But obviously, as time goes on, we may eventually get to that point again, closer to Endwalker. So, the overall cap may raise a little bit though during Endwalker because the influx of people coming for the expansion. So, like right now, my target for Fallen is to have about 25 to 30 people online at a time, and that's a pretty good number. But when Endwalker comes, it might be closer to like 35 to 40 maybe, but it'll probably die back down again because all the hype will be over and people go back to other games or Burnout or whatever. So you might see a little bit of an uptick during Endwalker, but it probably won't be forever. And again, we might have to implement our waitlist again. So it has sometimes been deemed the VIP guild because it is exclusively got this waitlist to get in sometimes. But right now we don't have that. If, however, there is ever a waitlist implemented again, and I turn off applications to preserve the smaller culture of Fallen, then real life people, like family, friends in real life, supersede that as an exception. So like if you have a wife or uncle, brother, sister, whatever, that picked up the game and they want to play with you and you're in Fallen, they can join still, even if there's a wait list. But I don't want to invite like just people you've met in the game. They have to be put on the wait list first. And always I will give priority to those that are already within the Sword Sisterhood before people that have never been in Sword before. So that's how the priority works for those of you that may be new. And we at Fallen really like housing because of Calic's inspiration. Calic, one of the officers here, had started the housing in the Discord category to help with notifications to find houses, FAQs, housing giveaways, housing screenshots. Kalara from the Mortal Sword also kind of partners with Calic and others to help do a parade of homes, so to say, to show off their housing decor skills. And we even now have a housing booth that is in the cafe, with much thanks to inspiration from Calic. So she also decorated this entire FC house. So everything you see here has been decorated by Calic. And and she's been in, her and Tails have been in the FC since pretty much the beginning of Fallen, as well as your boy. And Bria came near the very beginning too. So Flame is the most recent officer, really, whenever it comes down to it. So, but he quickly
For Fallen, yeah.
Yeah, for Fallen, yes. And so, but he quickly started to fit in, and now he's officially been acclimated into this Cat 0.0 or whatever the going trend becomes, because it's like it seems to change all the time. So anyway, that's a little bit about Fallen though, so that you guys can the new people can kind of get an idea of what they're about. Tech is really into glam, so he kind of wanted to incorporate a uniform that we wear at the meetings and things like that. As you can see, we're all wearing our crest color Gabu gray.
Mm-hmm. And if you were interested and don't have one and you're in the FC, see me or your boy afterwards, we can get you hooked up.
Yes, and then when Tails became an officer, I told him that somebody else in another FC had suggested, hey, wouldn't it be fun to have a slumber party? Because upstairs it looks like a place to have a slumber party. And I said, oh my gosh, that's a great idea. So Tails started doing movie nights. And I originally wanted it to be with just Fallen, because, like, you know, it's your guys' thing. You have the slumber party stuff. So, like, it goes along with the theme and everything. But you guys like to, out of all the FCs, I would say Fallen is really friendly. And despite your size, you branch out to the other sister FCs more than any other FC. And you befriend all these other people in these other sister FCs. And so they all want to come here and hang out with you guys because you're the VIP guild.
It's a
so
party.
there were people that, yeah, so people wanted to be part of the movie night and the slumber stuff. So I told Tails that we can open it up to more people. I guess I just wanted you guys to have your own thing. So I'll have to still work on some ideas to figure out, I guess, if it's not going to be the slumber party stuff, then try to figure something else out so you guys can have a little special thing. But anyway, So hopefully you like that little explanation about Fallen if you are new here. If you're not new, then maybe you learned something that you didn't know, or maybe you already knew all of that, and that's fine too. So for the new people, we offer a lot of different things in this FC as a whole, not just at Fallen, but in all of the FCs. And those are just our umbrella amenities, so to say. So each of the FCs has a mansion. So you can stable your chocobo. We'll feed it for you. We also have the company buffs that we put up every day. And then we also have crystals, shards, and clusters that we hand out to people that are leveling their crafters. And we also have chocobo dyeing that you can get the fruit to dye your chocobo if you wish to do that. We hand out Thabnarian onions if you're looking to level your chocobo. They're pretty expensive, sometimes going for like 250k gil on the market board. So if you want one, we'll give you one for free. We have more than enough to spare for that kind of thing. We also offer a gardening service where we'll water your plants for you. We have channels in the Discord by which to help you. Like I mentioned, the housing channel. But we also have raid channels that Flame will talk about in a little bit. He does raid learning parties. And we also have maps, mount farms, social events, and just like everything in Discord. So being that Square Enix does not have a lot of free company resources, sadly, incorporated into the game, such as the in-game calendar or alliance chats, or really like a lot, we can't even mail members unless you're on our friends list. So it's very frustrating. Discord has kind of filled in some of those gaps for us, thankfully, and that's why we've become a very Discord-centric FC. It's not because we want to be. We'd rather do everything in-game, but we just don't really have a choice by which to save all of our information, screenshots, and stuff like that. You'll also find a lot of the information on our website, which is at swordfc.com, including our event calendar. So, Perry, can you pull up the event calendar? I'm doing this in a different order because it's so small today. Okay, so the event calendar. As you can see on the Twitch stream, if you're looking at it on the left, we have the categories of contests, deadlines, fate farms, deep dungeons, our FC meetings, maps, mount farms, PvP, raids, roleplay, and services. This is all synced to your time zone regardless of what country you're in, like I'd mentioned previously. And in the bottom right-hand corner is where you're going to see the time zone. So Perry's streaming and he's on Eastern time. But for you, when you pull this up, it's going to sync to your time zone. So some of these events you're going to see have multiple colors, like the candy cane type looking events like Wonder Tales or Rainbow Runs and Midnight Munchies. Those events are going to be because or Breakfast Club as well. They may have a poll where they're voting on different categories to do for that event, and it may not always be the same. It could be like on a rotating schedule of what kind of event they're going to run. So one time it might be maps, the next time it might be fates, the next time after that it could be PvP. So it just kind of depends on whatever that is. And the host of those events can explain more details about how that works. But if you see any of those like candy cane colored events, it's kind of a mixture of different, it could be any of those. So since Flame is here, he can talk about his learning parties.
Hi guys, it's me again. So on Tuesdays and Saturdays, I host learning parties for, well, Saturday is the current raid tier, and the Thursday is like a throwback Thursday kind of thing, where we go into like an old raid tier and do that fight. The Thursday day I do at 8 p.m. Central Time, and the Saturday day I do at 2 p.m. Central Time. Right now, what I have going on like this, a raiding academy where I take you into that Thursday day 4 weeks in a row as a learning party, and on the 5th week, it'll be like a graduation party kind of thing. And then if we clear that, then we'll farm out the mount for you, and and same goes for the Saturday day. we'll just do the current raid tier savages, and if we clear, then I'll give you a nice little paint certification. Basically, for anyone that doesn't know what Savage Learning Parties are, or Savage Fights are, they're the normal raid at level 80, and it's one of the harder bits of content in the game. So it's a judgment-free zone when you come in. We teach you the fight. We explain what needs to happen, and questions are feel free to ask questions. It's a very laid-back environment. Victoria in 3.0 does them as well on Monday at I believe 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time. If that time works better for you, then that's awesome. I do stream my learning parties on the Sword Twitch, so keep an eye on stream notifications if you want to come by and just watch, see what goes into them. Yeah, they're a good time. I recommend raiding to pretty well everyone that is even slightly interested in them. So yeah, that's about it for me though.
Okay, and then we also have Human Darts with your boy, and Human Darts is ran every other Friday, and it is ran at 8 p.m. Central Time or 9 p.m. Eastern. It's every 2 weeks. Basically, it is where, if you can just scroll up just a bit, Perry, there. Okay, it is now your boy in Tails, by the way. But this works as a location will be chosen in an ARR zone, and the location will be on top of a cliff, a tower, a bridge, a ravine, an elevated spot that you jump off of. We are the Human Darts, and there will be an officer down below, which is typically a boy, who will serve as the Human Bullseye. And so our job as the Human Darts is to jump on top of him as the Human Bullseye on the count of 3 or 10 or whichever the countdown they decide is. And then you can win a prize. And typically it's 250k gil per jump. Sometimes they have bonus prizes as well, depending on, if they have them or not. But it can range from gil or bardings or minions or whatever that they have as bonus prizes. But 250k gil is the default, and everyone can participate. We make sure to keep them in ARR zones, so all the sprouts and lower levels can join in the fun as well. So it can definitely be a lower level event. And yeah, so Human Darts is really fun. Like, it's just so easy. You win 250k gil for literally just jumping off a cliff onto your boy. So it's like we're just giving away free gil. And sometimes people, their computer capacity, they can't always see him as well as other people's computers, so they just kind of blindly jump off the cliff and they still win. Like, that's happened to some people where they're just like, he's kind of like in a place I can't see, or maybe my settings are not as far away with the distance, and they're just like, whatever, I'm gonna jump off and see if I get it, and then they still win. So honestly, it's just really easy. Just jump off, hope for the best, and land on your boy, and you can get 250k gil. Okay, so your boy also does the lottery. You'll see him making his macros for the lottery as well. And the lottery helps to fund a lot of our mini games that we do. So if you ever want to find information about the lottery and how much the tickets are or how it works, you can go to the bulletin board under the Fallen Sword, and you can click on the pinned messages, and there you will find the lotto tickets and the prizes. And we have tiers that unlock if we collectively raise X amount of money, more prizes are given out to people with more winners. So the grand prize is half pot, so they get half the total raised, and then the rest goes to the FC to help raise money for all of the prizes and things that we give back to everybody. We have a ton of mini games as well, and in those mini games we have blue games. We have Who's That NPC, Time Attack, Wandering Warrior of Light, Hide and Seek, Parkour Challenge, Shars Fishing Extravaganza, Glam contest screenshot, Sword Artist online contest, and who wore it best as a new minigame that it has just started recently. And these are all really easy ways to make money in some cases. Like some of them are just literally you go and find the spot in this world and you can potentially win 500k. A lot of the mini games you can win 500k, and in some cases the officers will even give like bonus prizes or extra gil out for people who do the first guess. Like in Salandria's mini game, for example, he'll sometimes give you like an additional if you're the first one to get it. But if you ever are wondering how to play any of these games in the minigame channel, click on it, go to pinned messages, and it'll tell you how to play. And you can kind of scroll through the channel too, and you can see, oh, okay, this is like how it works. But these are done weekly, and so we started doing these mini games so that way people who couldn't make the times for certain things at set days, like for example the human darts. Well, let's say that you work every Friday, so you can never make human darts. Well, that's fine. You can also do these mini games that you can play at any time during the week and still potentially earn gil or prizes by doing these little things that we've custom created in the game. So if you would like to learn more about those, ask an officer, or you can also sign up to get the notifications by selecting the role and event assignment category or text channel and then selecting mini games and social events, and you'll receive notifications every time that those things are posted. So we also have Tex Glam Jam. Did you talk about that?
Not yet, but I can.
Okay, good.
Okay, guys. So, like I said earlier, I do run a monthly event called Tex Glam Jam. So, with the so with that, in the announcements channel in Discord, about the middle of the month, I'll post an announcement that'll have a high-quality emoji on the bottom of it. If you are new to Glam, you've never done it before, if you are interested in getting into it, or you really can't afford it, feel like you're not really very Glam savvy, just you're terrible at freaking glamming, then hit that emoji. You'll be entered for a chance to actually win a Glam. Do what?
Slowly raise his hand.
You don't count, I guess the officer. Anyway, if you click on that emoji, you'll be entered to possibly win. If you do win, then you'll get to do a full makeover with yours truly. You got 3 choices that you can use out of that. One, we'll pick an item in-game that you really like, that you've just never been able to do anything with. We'll build a Glam around that. Number 2, you can go onto the Yours In collection and pick out something that you really like, and we'll just build that entire Glam together. Number 3, you can give me the reins, and I'll pretty much build you something from scratch, just asking you a few questions, and then we'll kind of work on it together. The only thing about this is I cannot buy you any Mog Station items. You are more than welcome to do that, to add to a Glam that we create if you want to, but that is entirely up to you, just as a disclaimer for you guys. Once that's done, you can also get a Barding from me that's in-game, one that either matches your Glam or that you just don't have yet, that you think looks really cool. And after that, our glorious Comed will take some photos with us at a place of your choosing. Then we'll get those sent to you, and then we'll also put them in the Screenshots Discord channel, and you'll get to keep them and have a cool Glam to go with it afterwards. There's also hopefully plans for us to get a little page in the Sword magazine every month too, so you'll get to be in that as well. So definitely look out for that towards the middle of the month if you really want to check it out, and you might win.
Thank you. And then, Perry, do you want to mention the Sword magazine on the website?
I sure can, Saturn Fallen.
And the Glam contest.
I can absolutely do that as well. Hello, everyone.
Can you also tell them about the Blue Olympics that will be kicked off, like just in general, about the Glam contest? We'll begin that.
Absolutely. This is piling up like a breakfast buffet. Let's go, everyone, to the Sword magazine. Okay. Hello. So, Sword Magazine is a collaborative effort put together by a bunch of amazing volunteers in Sword, mostly officers, and they put together this awesome magazine for us. We've had 5 issues so far that are up on the website. The latest one was in March, celebrating Women's History Month. Elliot Wach from Temporal Sword created the cover here of Saturn. It's very beautiful. At the beginning, you know, Saturn has a salute. You can read through that. It's really motivational. We've got exclusive interviews with a lot of our wonderful women officers here. We've got Apollo's writing. Apollo's a great writer. Read her articles. They're very excellent. And we got Sierra from Mortal Sword. We've got an ad that I'm sure someone wanted to see in here from Dectress. And then we got an explanation of the wonderful Gilded Scabbard, the event that he runs. And we got if you're an IRL girl, we've got Powder Puff. You can join the Powder Puff group and be a part of that. And finally, last and probably least, we've got the Ask a Thought column here, written by none other than Begone Thought. Folks submit questions to him, relationship questions, like pretty much imagine like a Ask Amy, but like even worse, you know. And so, you know, he responds back with his quote advice, and it's really comical and a great read. And there's funny little art here of him. Worst thing you'll get from a man with a mustache is a mustache ride in a cab fare. So yeah, great advice. That's in quotations. But yeah, that's Sword Magazine. Check it out. It's really funny. It's really great. It's awesome and very well put together. About the Glam contest. So. Saturn and I co-host a bi-monthly Glam contest. It's if you've never been to a Glam contest before, basically what it is we set a theme for the contest. For this month, we're as part of the Blue Mage Olympics, which I'll tell you about in a minute. The theme is blue. So, and specifically, it's the title is "I'm Blue. If I Were Green, I Would Die." That's the theme of the Glam contest. The way it works is. You put together a glam that you feel represents blue or blue mage. You come in, you strut your stuff on the stage. You explain sort of the theory behind your glam. Sometimes folks put together a role play skit with it. You don't have to do that. You can simply just type it out, or you can tell us over voice sort of the thought behind your glam. And myself, Saturn, and a panel of rotating top secret judges that will not be revealed until the date. We'll go back, we'll deliberate, we'll place folks into various categories such as, you know, sexiest, funniest, cutest, most original, best newcomer, FC leader's pick, and we'll even create some new categories on the spot because we usually feel bad and we want to create more opportunities for people to win prizes. And you can win Mog Station prizes, you can win expensive glam items in game, Gil, minions, whatever really we have around, but they're all very, very high worth prizes, so it's definitely worth your time. And so something new about the month of April, though, and it ties into the Glam contest, is we're hosting the Blue Mage Olympics for all of April, and there will be various mini games and events, and we're sort of kicking it off with this Glam contest. So depending on how well you do in the Glam contest with your Blue Mage Glam, you may get points that you will be collecting over the course of April. And by the end of the month, we will have a leaderboard, and whoever is in the top winnings will get awesome prizes. And the goal here is to promote Blue Mages, led by Sylvax Ligor over in the Mortal Sword. If you happen to know him, he leads the Blue Mage, Blue October Blue Mage group over there. So, yeah, we're trying to spread awareness. We're doing. Should I talk about the other thing, Saturn? Can I talk about it? The mini game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we also have a super secret mini game that I'm allowed to talk about now called Blue Ball. Yeah, that's a meme. Yeah, it's called Blue Ball. It's kind of like Blitzball. It's kind of like the precursor, imagine, you know. And so basically the way Blue Ball works is Sylvax is going to be the ball. He's a Lala, by the way. And blue mages get a spell. I have no idea what it's called. But basically it creates like a wave of water that shoots out from them, and it pushes people in your party. And so he's going to be the ball. It's going to be two teams, right, against each other, and they're going to try to score at the end of like a soccer field, right? And they're going to try to push him, and whoever's able to score will get a point like soccer. And so that's blue ball. So that's going to be one of the games, the Glam contest, and more to be announced. Yeah, participate. It's going to be great.
Thanks. And then thank you, Perry, by the way. I'm excited for this tournament. It's going to be so funny. I can't wait to be a spectator, honestly, for it. And then Flame is going to talk about Coco's Mount Farm.
Yeah, so Coca-Coma here in Fallen Sword runs these doggo mount farms every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time to 11 p.m. Eastern Time, so 2 hours, where you'll go into the Stormblood level 70 extremes, and you'll be in there having a good time, learning the fight, killing some trial bosses, and getting some doggos, hopefully. So that's on Tuesdays. Those are a good time. I haven't been to her event personally yet, but I've done those fights and they're fun. So check that out on Tuesdays. As well, we have your boy and Sip and Sage, who host the Fallen maps on Sundays. So that's also something we have that slipped my mind, but yeah. So there's those two. Come by if you want. They're a blast. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And then Mel is here to talk about our LGBTQIA community and the things that are offered in that, as well as about Deep Dungeons.
Hello, everybody. Mama Mel from 3.0 here to talk to you about the Alphabet Mafia. Are you a member of the LGBTQIA plus community or an ally? Well, then we would like to formally extend an invitation to you to come join us on our Rainbow Runs every Monday. We vote Sunday night, and we do a variety of things. It could be maps, it could be fates, it could be visits to the Golden Saucer. You decide. Also, we have a new event for our Alphabet Mafia who love to kill other people. We do PvP every Thursday. This last Thursday, both myself and Saturn attended, and it was honestly way more fun than it should be legally allowed to have.
Saturn murdered everyone.
And I still had ridiculous amounts of fun. So everybody who wants to should come out. If you're not already a member of our Pride channel, please talk to me or Saturn or any legacy or moderator officer. We can get you that. You do not have to identify as LGBTQIA+. Allies are also welcome in our little home. And also, the moment you've all been waiting for, I'm also here to talk to you about Deep Dungeons with Begone and Mel. They're canceled for this weekend so that everybody can attend the meetings because we care about you. What are Deep Dungeons? You might be asking yourself. Well, they're just like regular dungeons, except instead of going through, you go down deep. So deep that by the time you're done, you could go for a nap. Let me tell you what's inside of Deep Dungeons. Why, there are mimics and treasure chests and pieces of the whore and so many landmines. And then when you get done, somebody thoroughly examines your sack for you, and you can get glam and fireworks and materia and minions and fireworks and fireworks. Sometimes you also get fireworks. So join us every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central, to do Palace of the Dead. All you have to do is the precursor quest and have a character that is at least level 1. And then on Sunday, we run Heaven on High, which is at the same time. You must be at least level 61, have completed floor 50 of Palace of the Dead, and do the unlocking quest for that as well. So once again, I invite you to come join either of these events or any of the others that have previously been mentioned. And on behalf of your boy, I'm also going to say, play the lottery. Saturn, back to you.
Yay! Thank you. And then let's see. We also have Dectors is in here. Do you want to talk about the Gilded Scabbard?
Sure thing.
And if you also want to tell them about the fashion kits too, since Rihanna's not here, that would be helpful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, it's me, Dector Zager. I'm from Temporal 4.0. I run an event called the Gilded Scabbard, where I run around with others doing gates for MGP. Gates are unique fates at the Golden Saucer that run every 20 minutes, where you play mini games and win MGP. Between running these gates, we race chocobos. If you've never raced a chocobo before, well then you're in for the ride of a lifetime. It's super easy, lots of fun, and everyone is welcome. We hang out in the Gilded Scabbard voice chat and just chill and talk about racing and participating in gates. Sometimes we talk about in-game stuff or talk about midnight snacks as I start thinking about food for no reason and make everyone hungry. We take a quick break in the middle of the event to hit up the fashion report, which essentially is we have a bunch of Lalas in a cage somewhere that figure out what they have to do to make the fashion kit god super, super happy and give us all the MGP. And then after they've figured out what we need to wear for this, we gather together those items and we hand them out for free. So when you show up, we'll go and pick up these fashion kits, and then you can show off to the Masked Rose at the Golden Saucer, and he'll give you 66k MGP. That's right, 66k MGP. On Fridays, we get not only those free fashion kits, but we're also getting a MGP buff that increases the MGP we get by 10%. That's for gates, racing, and cactpots, and including the fashion report as well. My event is every Friday at 10 to 12 p.m. Eastern. The fashion kits are, if you're looking at the Twitch stream right there, is definitely on Friday from 5 to 5:30 p.m. Central. It's also at 10 to 10:30 Central. It is also handed out during the Sword Cafe, which will be talked about later. Aside from that, 5.5 is almost here. Golden Saucer is going to have more stuff, more mounts. That's right, mounts. Mounts that were supposed to be on the MOG station, but instead are coming to the Golden Saucer. So start saving that great MGP. Can you go the distance and leap of faith? Make the cut in the slices right. Join late, leave early, stay for 2 hours, or bail after 2 minutes. Ping me in-game on Discord. Hit me up in voice chat. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's make that MGP rain and get all those mounts, minions, and glams. The Gilded Scabbard is not responsible for Lost Baby Chocobos, Typhoon's Bad Breath, Lost Limbs in the Slices right. Counterfeit Triple Triad cards are always being one off on the Jumbo Cactbot. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to spay and neuter your Verminion minions to help control the pet population in clubs, and we'll see you next time on the Gilded Scabbard.
Thank you.
God damn, that was
hilarious.
I'm sorry, I didn't get that. Could you repeat that?
Oh my goodness. And then, Michonne, do you want to talk about Breakfast Club?
Oh, look what I have to follow.
Yeah.
Hey, 5.0. I'm Michonne Rathclaw from 4.0, and I'd like to invite you to try Breakfast Club every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings, starting at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, and it lasts for 2 hours. You have a choice between fates, roulettes, and maps. We generally also meet on Saturdays with Elliot. Wow. Whoa.
I know.
I'm working on it. And that is for level 60s maps. That's a good entry level for those of you that have cleared the zones for Heavensward. 60s maps can be very profitable, and they meet at the same time Saturday mornings. We call it Saturday morning cartoons. On Sunday, I have an impromptu meeting for those people that are not able to come and join us during the weekdays. We meet again at 11 a.m. Eastern and 10 a.m. Central. The difference would be on Fridays, in which we do something called Flashback Fridays, and we do level 70s maps if that is chosen. lots of fun, meet new people. I truly have enjoyed my time with Breakfast Club. We had a great run today. We had 2 almost full parties, and each of the parties had clears, made lots of gil. Thank you, Saturn.
Thanks. Okay. Athena, you're here. If you want to talk about your stuff, you can.
I am here. Thank you, Saturn.
Yeah.
I host a weekly event called Glam Grind. I take submissions all week for dungeons that people would like to run to get glam gear for an outfit or idea that they have. I pick a winner Sunday night. Actually, I just announced it, and it filled up in like 5 minutes. This week, Monday night, we're going to be running the Drowned City of Scala, and that party's already filled up. But I take submissions all week, choose Sunday night, and it gets posted in Looking for Group with any open spots that we have. I also am doing a special event next weekend with the man, the myth, the mullet-wielding legend, Mr. Jebediah Spices himself. We are going to be going into Alexander Savage Unsynced to get people full sets of the dyeable glam gear at this point. And we will be doing the second set. Sorry, that was my phone. We will be doing the second set, a 6 through 8S to get people full sets, excluding weapons. But we'll be running that for 2 hours on the 10th. Look for that announcement for when we'll be taking signups.
It's been a good job on getting that coin.
Yes. I'm looking forward to that too. So we have 10 minutes left. Somehow we filled up this hour. I thought it was going to be a meeting that we might have to cut short because we had less people online, but then people just started trickling in, and here we are. So anyway, we have a few promotions that we're going to do. Does any other officer want to say anything before I get to promotions?
Heffalumps and woozles are very confusals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Why are you like this?
I'll go ahead and get to promotions. So the first couple of promotions that we have are Honor Guard for tonight. And 2 of them are going to go to a couple in the FC that actually transferred here from the Mortal Sword. One of them, the one guy, I met in Limsa, and he was just always like dancing in Limsa, and he was into PvP. And then the girl transferred here from Mateus, and she just happened to meet him, and they just kind of ran off into the PvP world together. And now, it's like a fairy tale. Like, they're together now. It's great, and it's awesome. So they've been playing a lot more recently, and they decided to both come over to Fallen. And so with their cumulative time spent in Mortal Sword and in Fallen, we'd like to promote Arcean and Hannah to Honor Guard.
Woo!
Yay! Woo!
Congratulations!
Get them wolf marks.
Saturn.
That's what?
I said I got the Discord promos for you.
Okay, thank you. And I think your boy is doing the ones online. Okay, and then we also have another Honor Guard promotion tonight. Goes to somebody who has been in the FC since the Fallen, almost since the beginning. That Fallen started for a very long time, or it feels like almost since then. And he has a very funny sense of humor, but we love him dearly. And he also named his chocobo Tech. So we would so he always is logging in and saying, "How's Tech today?" or "How's my bird?" or whatever, and he just refers to Tech as his bird.
That's good grounds for a demotion.
Yeah, it's funny. And so we'd like to promote Solamnia to Honor Guard.
Yay, congratulations.
Yay!
Pew, 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 pew.
Okay, and then we also have one Royal Guard promotion tonight. Goes to somebody who has been recently running Mount Farms, which Flame just mentioned. And also one really big when she auctioned herself off for the data auction. And she's been since like donating a lot of stuff. I've heard like kind of like a fairy flitting around and helping people out with all of her stuff. So it's been really nice. She's really wonderful to have in the FC and has been doing really well with the mount farms and posting pictures of everybody that gets their mounts that she does weekly. So we would like to promote Coco to Royal Guard.
Yay!
Yay!
You did it.
So those are all the promotions that we have for Fallen Sword this month. But again, every month we run these monthly meetings. So stay tuned for any other promotions. And we will see you next month in May on Sunday at 5 p.m. It will be on the 9th. The 9th is the next meeting in May. And I will let Perry now describe the prizes.
Thank you, Saturn Fallen. I would love to do that. But first, I'm going to, with all this time that I have, I'm going to read The Cat in the Hat for you all. So we're going to take some time.
Let's go. Perry.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
If you're listening to this broadcast right now and you are in the Fallen Sword, please turn to Discord and scroll all the way to the top. You will see the giveaways channel has been magically made visible to you. In that giveaways channel, you will see that I have taken a screenshot of tab 1 of your FC chest. It's important to note that during this giveaway, all the items in that FC chest are available to be given away, including any mounts, minions, emotes, bardings, or glams. Even more important to note, the bottom row is filled with some flowers that are color-coded. These represent prizes that we cannot physically place into the FC chest, such as Mog Station codes and Gil. The black flowers is the grand prize, and it's the Aquamarine Carbuncle. That's the bluish-green one. It's a cute little mount that you can get. We have the red flowers, which is the Neza Barding. The yellow flowers is the Songbird emote. Orange flowers is 1,000,000 gil, and the white flowers 500k gil. The mounts in the FC chest are the following. We've got the Albino Caracool Horn, which is a cute little sheep that hops around. We got the Megalotragus Horn, which is labeled incorrectly here. It is not a gorilla. It is a giant goat, and I will fix that. We got the Zoo Horn, which is a big bird mount. And last and certainly the least, we have the Dalmal Whistle, which is a hideous, dehydrated giraffe camel monstrosity of a mount. Some people think it's cute. There's one in the Mortal FC house that bit the head off of an unsuspecting stranger. You can win that. It's actually fairly expensive. To be eligible for entry, just click the giveaway bot. Underneath the giveaway bot, you'll see a ta-da emoji or a streamer emoji there. Just click it once to be eligible for entry. At about 10 minutes past the hour, that will roll, and 10 winners will be randomly selected by the bot. If you are selected, you will be notified. You'll be pinged in this channel, in the giveaways channel. And you need to, at that point, whisper or send a tell to an officer in the Fallen Sword in your FC in the game, in Final Fantasy XIV. Send them a tell with your top 2 choices for prizes. I say top 2 because it gives you a better chance of getting something you actually want in case the first one isn't available, because it is a free-for-all as the officers try to grab your item out of the chest as quickly as they can. So, with that said, may the odds be ever in your favor. Remember, whisper an officer in Fallen Sword in-game with your top 2 choices. Good luck. We've got tons of time now. Tons of time.
Yay.
Make sure you have a gutter.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you all for attending the monthly Fallen meeting. I will be doing the Immortal Sword FC meeting in an hour. You're free to listen, but it's a lot of repeated information. You'll just get to know a little bit about Immortal. But outside of that, hope you have a good Easter if you celebrate, and have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a gooder.